The Cursed Chronicles of Eldoria. By your name. Prologue. Eldoria was a land of beauty and peril, where magic hummed through the air, and every whisper of the wind carried the weight of ancient secrets. But centuries ago, the realm fell victim to a powerful curse known as the Veil of Sorrow, cast by the vengeful sorceress Morrigaine. It left the skies perpetually gray and the hearts of Eldoria's people heavy with despair. Only the chosen bearer of the Ember Shard could lift the curse, but no one had seen the shard, or the hero foretold, for generations. The prophecy spoke of an unlikely savior, one born under the twin moons, marked with a sigil of light and shadow. Yet, even the most hopeful Eldorians had begun to doubt its truth, until one fateful day when the stars themselves seemed to tremble. Chapter 1. The Sigil Awakens. In the village of Lumendale, hidden at the edge of the shadowed forest, 16-year-old Elira Farrow had always felt out of place. While her friends dreamed of lives as farmers, bakers, or weavers, Elira's dreams were filled with strange visions of a burning crystal and a woman's haunting laughter. "Elira, daydreaming again?" Old Marlowe's voice pulled her from her thoughts. She was supposed to be helping gather herbs, but her gaze had wandered to the distant peaks of the Mist-Fong Mountains. "Sorry, Marlowe," she mumbled, bending to pick up a sprig of sage. The old healer squinted at her, his weathered face softening. "You've always had a restless soul, child. Maybe it's the mark of something greater." Elira laughed nervously, brushing her auburn hair aside to reveal a faint, crescent-shaped birthmark on her temple. "You sound like the traveling storytellers. Nothing great happens in Lumendale." But as she spoke, the ground trembled beneath her feet. A strange hum filled the air, and a surge of heat coursed through her body. She gasped, clutching her temple as the birthmark began to glow faintly. "Elira, what's happening?" Marlowe's voice was distant, muffled by the ringing in her ears. Through blurred vision, Elira saw the villagers running toward the town square. Above them, the twin moons shone bright against the cursed gray sky, their light converging in a single beam that pointed directly at her. Outline of the story. Introduction of Elira and the prophecy. Elira learns of her connection to the Ember Shard. The village elders reveal fragments of the prophecy, hinting at her role. The journey begins. Elira sets out to find the Ember Shard, joined by unlikely companions. Kale, a rogue with a mysterious past. Lyric, a bard who knows more than he lets on. Neav, a warrior seeking redemption. Trials in the shadowed forest. The group encounters Morrigaine's shadow beasts and solve magical puzzles. Elira discovers her latent magical abilities tied to her birthmark. The hidden city of Etherian. They uncover secrets about the curse's origins and Morrigaine's tragic backstory. Betrayal within the group threatens their mission. The final confrontation. Elira faces Morrigaine, learning the truth about their intertwined destinies. The power of the Ember Shard is revealed, but at a great cost. The curse lifted, Eldoria is restored, but Elira must make a life-changing sacrifice. Would you like me to expand on any specific section or develop a chapter-by-chapter breakdown? Let me know. You said, "The Cursed Chronicles of Eldoria, please long story." ChatGPT said, ChatGPT. Certainly. Here's the complete story for The Cursed Chronicles of Eldoria, written in a narrative format with rich detail to captivate readers. The Cursed Chronicles of Eldoria. By your name. Prologue. Eldoria, a realm of unparalleled beauty and unending sorrow, had not seen sunlight for 2 centuries. The skies were draped in gray, and the land lay shackled beneath the Veil of Sorrow, a curse wrought by the sorceress Morrigaine after her betrayal by the royal court. Her wrath consumed not just her enemies, but the entire realm, plunging it into despair. A prophecy, whispered by the dying oracle of Astralise, promised salvation. A chosen one, born under the light of the twin moons and marked by the sigil of light and shadow, would rise to shatter the veil with the Ember Shard, a crystal said to hold the heart of Eldoria's magic. But time had dulled hope. The prophecy became legend, then myth. No one expected a savior to emerge. until the night the moons aligned once more. Chapter 1. The Awakening. Elira Farrow was a simple girl, or so she thought. Life in Lumendale, a secluded village at the edge of the shadowed forest, was predictable. She spent her days tending to herbs with old Marlowe, the village healer, and her evenings staring at the stars, dreaming of a life beyond the mundane. But on her 16th birthday, everything changed. It began with a vision. As Elira slept, she found herself in a dark expanse, a single shard of amber light glowing before her. A voice, soft and mournful, echoed through the void. "Seek the shard, bearer of the sigil. Eldoria's fate rests in your hands." Elira awoke with a gasp, her birthmark, a crescent intertwined with a jagged line, burning hot against her temple. Before she could gather her thoughts, the village bell tolled frantically. "Elira!" Marlowe burst into her room. "The moons! They point to you." Rushing outside, she saw the twin moons, Lumina and Umbra, casting a single beam of light upon her. The villagers watched in awe and fear as the sigil on her temple glowed faintly, matching the moon's brilliance. "You're the one," whispered Marlowe. "The prophecy. It speaks of you." Chapter 2. The Journey Begins. Elira's life changed overnight. The village elders reluctantly revealed the truth of the prophecy, urging her to embark on a journey to find the Ember Shard. Though terrified, Elira couldn't ignore the call. She was not alone for long. Along her path, she encountered Kale, a rogue thief with a sharp tongue and a knack for trouble. Lyric, a wandering bard whose songs hinted at hidden knowledge. Neav, a disgraced warrior seeking redemption. Each had their reasons for joining Elira, but none could deny the strange pull they felt toward her. Their first challenge came in the shadowed forest, where Morgaine's shadow beasts prowled. These creatures, twisted by the curse, attacked relentlessly. Elira discovered her sigil granted her power, a beam of light strong enough to banish the shadows. "It's not just a mark," Lyric said, his eyes alight with curiosity. "You're wielding ancient magic." Chapter 3. The Trials of the Forest. The shadowed forest was not just a place of danger, but one of mystery. The group faced trials meant to test their resolve. A riddle-spouting tree demanded they solve a puzzle to cross the river. Illusions of their worst fears threatened to tear them apart. A secret grove revealed fragments of Morgaine's past, showing her as a betrayed and broken woman, not just a villain. Through these trials, Elira's bond with her companions deepened. Kale confessed he had once been a spy for the cursed Queen's agents, but now sought atonement. Lyric hinted at his connection to the Oracle of Astralis, and Neav revealed she had once failed to protect Eldoria's royal family. Chapter 4. The Hidden City of Etherian. Deep within the mountains, the group discovered Etherian, a city untouched by the curse, hidden by powerful wards. The city's elders revealed the truth of the Ember Shard. It was the crystallized essence of Eldoria's magic, torn from the land when Morgaine cast her curse. To retrieve it, Elira had to journey into the Abyssal Spire, Morgaine's stronghold. But there was a price. The shard would demand a sacrifice, a part of the bearer's soul. "I'll do it," Elira said, though fear twisted her stomach. The elders also warned of betrayal. "One among you may falter." Chapter 5. The Abyssal Spire. The spire was a twisted, nightmarish realm. Time and space bent unnaturally, and Morgaine's whispers filled the air. The group faced shadow beasts, magical traps, and their own doubts. In the spire's heart, they found Morgaine herself, not as a monstrous sorceress, but as a pale, sorrowful figure bound by chains of her own making. "Do you think I wanted this?" Morgaine hissed, her voice cracking. "The curse binds me as much as it binds Eldoria. Free me, and the curse will break." The Ember Shard hovered in the air, glowing with raw power. But as Elira reached for it, Kale attacked. "I'm sorry," he said, his eyes glistening with regret. "She promised to free my family if I stopped you." Despite the betrayal, the group subdued Kale, and Elira grasped the shard. Energy surged through her, and the sigil on her temple blazed with light. Chapter 6. The Final Sacrifice. With the shard in hand, Elira faced Morgaine. She saw the truth in the sorceress's eyes. A woman consumed by grief and vengeance, desperate to undo her mistake. Elira, Morgaine whispered, you have the power to destroy me or free me. Choose wisely. Elira closed her eyes and made her decision. Using the shard's power, she shattered Morgaine's chains and the veil of sorrow. Light burst forth, banishing the curse. Eldoria's skies turned blue for the first time in centuries. But the shard demanded its price. Elira felt her life force ebbing away, her soul tethered to the shard's magic. Epilogue: Eldoria was free, its people rejoicing. Yet, Elira's companions mourned. The shard had claimed her, binding her to the land itself. She became a guardian spirit, her essence woven into Eldoria's magic. Statues of Elira were erected across the realm, her story immortalized in song and legend. Kale, redeemed by his actions in the spire, became a protector of the weak. Lyric chronicled their journey, his songs ensuring Elira's sacrifice would never be forgotten. Nia founded a new order of knights, swearing to defend Eldoria in Elira's name. And in the stillness of night, beneath the twin moons, the people of Eldoria swore they could hear her voice, a soft, comforting whisper in the wind. Eldoria is free. Guard it well. Let me know if you'd like to expand or refine any part of this story.